Opposition supporters in Belarus have held a mass rally in the capital Minsk 2 weeks after a disputed election gave President Alexander Lukashenko another term in office. Elsewhere, U.S. President Donald Trump has declared that wildfires burning through homes and devastating precious forest in California as a major disaster.
While wildfires are a natural part of California's landscape, the fire season in California and across the West is starting earlier and ending later each year. Climate change is considered a key driver of this trend. The length of fire season is estimated to have increased by 75 days to correspond with an increase in the extent of forest fires across the state. More than 14,000 firefighters are battling 585 fires that have now burnt nearly 1 million acres. Forecasts say high winds are threatening to drive flames into more populated areas as foul air blankets the state. At least 6 people have died and thousands have been evacuated. Most of the destruction has been caused by 3 large fires in mountainous and wooded rural areas. U.S. President Donald Trump has declared wildfires burning through homes and devastating precious forests in California as a major disaster. At the same time, the U.S. House of Representatives has passed a bill that would inject $19 billion into the Postal Service ahead of November's election. Democratic Speaker Nancy Pelosi recalled lawmakers from the summer recess to vote on the bill, which she said will protect the U.S. Postal Service. And U.S. President Donald Trump's eldest sister, a former federal judge, has said her brother is a liar who has no principles. The critical remarks by Marianne Trump Barry were recorded by her niece Mary Trump, who last month published a book criticizing the president. Elsewhere, opposition supporters in Belarus have held a mass rally in the capital Minsk 2 weeks after a disputed election gave President Alexander Lukashenko another term in office. People congregated in the central square despite heavy police presence. There were no independent observers in the elections, and the opposition says there was massive vote rigging. Recent protests have been met with a crackdown in which at least 4 people have died. This happens as Lukashenko, who has ruled Belarus for 26 years, claimed that NATO bloc was trying to split up Belarus and install a new president in Minsk. And a delegation from West African regional bloc ECOWAS has visited Mali days after a coup. The team, led by Nigeria's former President Goodluck Jonathan, held talks with the new military leaders and also met ousted President Ibrahim Keita. ECOWAS has repeatedly called for President Keita to be reinstated, but thousands of Malians took to the streets of the capital Bamako to show their support for the coup. There have been months of opposition protests demanding Keita's resignation, blaming him for economic decline, corruption, and a failure to contain a jihadist insurgency. Finally, a South African who was thought to be the oldest man in the world has died at the age of 116 years. Freddie Bloom's identity document showed he was born in Eastern Cape Province in May 1904, although that was never verified by Guinness World Records. Ruth Wamboi for Channel 1 Weekend.